Hi, thanks for stopping by. Today, I want to answer that question, how often to get a tarot reading? I get that question quite a bit from clients. They want to know, when should I come back? How often do I need to get a reading? All that kind of information is available. And it's a great question. And what I tell clients is that it really depends on them, right? It really depends on the situation. It depends on how deeply you've integrated the information that was offered. Because remember, my perspective on tarot is that it's really a tool for gaining personal insight and for making changes in our life, or hopefully making changes that better suit us so we can make choices that better us, so that we have more clarity about a situation so we can move through it instead of feeling like we're stuck or blocked by what's happening in our lives and through our own experiences. So, to that end, I think basically what I wanted to tell you about how often to get a reading, if that's a question that, if something you've been curious about, is this: get a reading when you feel that you need another one. And that seems so obvious that I'm laughing, right? And I'm not saying it's obvious to you. It's not always obvious, but saying that made me realize, yeah, get a reading when you feel like you need a reading. And I want to encourage people to understand that the most important thing about what I just said about getting a reading when you need a reading is to ask for the help. I think a lot of us don't ask enough. And I think a lot of us suffer for too long. And that's what I want to say. That's what I tell clients. I said, when you get to that next point, whatever you've been dealing with, and you've swam through some of the hard stuff and some of the challenges, but then you get to this place where you once again feel like you don't have answers, or you don't know which direction to go, or you don't know how to break through that next stumbling block. Get a reading. And often, really, that's my best answer to folks, because I know even for myself, it can take a while to ask for help. And what I have, of course, discovered about tarot over the last 40 years, and the universe, of course, with guidance helping out too, this information that I channel, really the basic information from them and from tarot is: don't suffer too long. So I think the best answer to that question, how often to get a reading, is to remember that when you are feeling at all blocked, stuck, feeling like you can't make a choice, feeling that, whatever issue is going on for you, or whatever personal demons are troubling you, and you feel like you can't push through, I would say that's the best time to get a reading. There is no one size fits all in terms of a general understanding about when to get a reading, right? I can never say to you, oh, in 2 weeks, in a month, in a year. But if we keep in mind that we can ask for help when we need it, that we really don't need to suffer endlessly day after day after day, if we remember that, then seeking tarot, seeking guidance, either from, of course, what I do or anybody else, even, pulling cards for yourself, it's our best bet to break through. All right. Thanks for listening. If you have comments about any of this, if you've had experiences with getting readings when you've been blocked and really asking for that help, and letting us know how it's worked for you, feel free to stick it in the comments. And thanks again for being here.